Alright, what is going on, guys? It's Apollo1, and today we are back with another gameplay, this time with a nuclear gameplay by KARNAGE Chain. If you want to check out his channel, his link will be right at the top of the description below. And then after that gameplay, you're going to be seeing just some random gameplay from myself, so hopefully you don't mind that. It's not going to be nearly as good as this Gauntlet Nuclear. But anyways, today we're going to be taking a look at an article that came out just a few days ago from Charlie Intel regarding a Call of Duty that was never released. A secret Call of Duty that we didn't know about until just about 2 days ago, really. I don't even know if it was public information beforehand. I believe it was. It was just never a big deal, or nobody really brought it to light. And now we kind of know about it, and it's really crazy to see something like this, because personally, myself, I've thought about things like this, and I thought it would be really cool to see something like this. So to think that this at one point was an actual idea that was being created is pretty extraordinary. But anyways, guys, today we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Roman Wars. Now, Roman Wars was a game, and take in mind, I'm going to be reading a lot of things that are from this article. We're just reading it word for word, so I'm going to be putting this article down in the description below. Charlie Intel is a great source. But anyways, yeah, the game was in production and was never actually finished or released. It was just a very, very alpha game that was really never even close to being released. So that's the first part. But basically, this game featured battle elephants that could trample soldiers, a playable Julius Caesar, and a first-person sword combat system. And initially, Activision liked the idea of this game, but 8 years ago, Call of Duty was selling incredibly well, and anything attached to that brand could do well in the market. And obviously, we can understand that because Call of Duty is such a big game, and back then, when it was fresh and new, it was doing very, very well, especially around Modern Warfare, the first Modern Warfare, COD 4. In 2008, Activision was pitching ideas to studios about expanding the Call of Duty universe because of the success that the franchise was seeing. This idea was called Call of Duty Roman Wars, a game which featured the story following 10th Legion. Games Radar spoke with some sources who are being referred to as polemists to hide their real identity. The title was in development at Voracious Visions, a studio that Activision has owned since 2005. That studio now is the lead on the kids game Skylanders, which is now $1 billion franchise. At the time, Voracious Visions was working on Marvel Ultimate Alliances 2, but they started prototyping a Call of Duty game set ancient Rome. Now, quote, "We were asked to do some Call of Duty prototypes, so we had a whole team working on a new prototype we called the Fire Team," explains Polemus. It was basically a new Call of Duty with an overhead Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2 camera. Anything that we put out that had Call of Duty on it, whatever we were sticking out, was selling really well. So that's basically their mindset when going into making a game that was completely different. They wanted to do something very different. Voracious Visions team thought that bringing the Call of Duty engine to such a game would really improve it for the future. The game's story followed Julius Caesar's 10th Legion, his special forces, and one of the levels they had prototyped was based off the Battle of Alesia. Now, this sounds like such a cool thing. So basically, in this game, Roman Wars, we played, followed Julius Caesar. Now, the article goes on to say that you played from different perspectives, different characters, and kind of got a full 100 or 360 circle of what that time period was like, and how it went about, and how these wars went down, and you got to see it from different perspectives, played as different characters, but you did get to play as Julius Caesar as part of the game. But anyways, quote from the article, "I really thought an ancient warfare game would do well, reskinned with the Call of Duty engine," says Polemus. Basically, we were following Julius Caesar's 10th Legion and Special Forces during those times, and we were doing a one-level prototype based on the Battle of Alesia. So we built the one mission based on that. We had everything from riding horses to riding an elephant to working with catapults, all done in the Unreal Engine for rapid prototype. It says Call of Duty Roman Wars had both third-person perspectives and first-person perspectives. So you could play like an actual Call of Duty game, but you could also play from the third-person point of view like you could in Modern Warfare 2. The game featured a straightforward combat system led by shields and swords, which is really cool. So their system was not like guns and stuff, obviously. You had a sword, you had a shield, it kind of just worked. You would probably press one trigger to, use your sword and attack enemies with your sword, and your other trigger to use your shield and defend yourself, protect yourself from the other enemy using his sword. So that's a really cool, basic kind of system. It would have been so cool to see that in Call of Duty. And imagine like getting a kill streak of a catapult or like an elephant where you get to ride around and trample enemies. That would have been so sick. Anyways, they also had plans for bows, spears, and even the ability to throw sand in the enemy's face. So if you threw sand in the enemy's face, they'd probably, like up on that enemy on the screen that you threw the enemy at, the sand at, you'd probably, like, sand would go and probably blur your vision. You'd probably be stumbling around and you could defeat the enemy a lot easier then. That demo that Voracious Visions had to show Activision started off with horse riding section and a speech delivered by Julius Caesar. The objective of that mission was to take down the archers. In this game, the tank was basically elephants. You drive it and there's any enemies, it can trample them for you. Besides that, you get a better perspective and you have some protection because it has its own little booth seat that protected you and you could duck under. There was also parts of this demo which showed off first-person perspective in a different setting. The team's goal was to have a full game contain a variety of characters and perspective to show off the Roman century. So it's just really cool. Another quote goes on to say how you're going to fight against Germans and the Germanic tribes and really stay true to the story of Julius' conquest during the Gallic Wars. It's just, it seems like they really had a full scope of what this game was going to be like, and they were going to cover everything. And just the features that they had in this game seemed really cool. And I put up some images throughout the video that I'm going to show again here that were actual like footage. This is actual pictures from this game, like actual gameplay pictures from this game and what it looked like. Obviously the graphics are really bad, one because this game was from a long time ago, but also take in mind that this wasn't even close to being finished, so they didn't even get finishing touches. This was like such a raw game. They weren't even close, so the graphics would have probably looked a whole lot better than they did in these pictures. Now I'm gonna also link a video down in the description below with actual gameplay. Like, they show actual gameplay of moving gameplay, video gameplay of this Call of Duty Roman Wars. I wanted to include the gameplay in this video, but I didn't know if I'm allowed to, and I just don't want to get involved with that. So I'm just gonna leave that video down in the description for you guys to check out. It was really cool, and I would definitely recommend it. But that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy. Let me know down in the comment section below if you would like to see Call of Duty move in that direction, because obviously we've seen them go further and further in the future, and people aren't liking that. Now we're in space, and people are really not liking that. And you know, there's talks that the next game is gonna go back to like the Civil War time, or just like Vietnam time, just a little bit further back. But what about taking a huge leap and going back to Roman days and sword fighting with shields and catapults and bow and arrows and stuff like that? What do you guys think about that? And also, if you made it to this point in the video, leave down in the comment section below hashtag Roman Wars. Subscribe to KARNAGE Clan if you guys are new. Drop a like on today's video, and I'll talk to you later.